So right now I'm speaking for approximately 3 billion people on this planet who can't do anything. I mean, unfortunately, I used to be a victim my whole life, and I still am with no help at all. I mean, at least I gave the father of my 2 children $5,000 from a motorcycle accident. What did he do? All my money went for my children. I never got anything. I never got one thing. I hate liars to actually say, someone ever helped me out. I mean, if I got any help, it was like bare minimal. It's just barely making it. And it just sucks. The whole time. It just sucks. But I'm speaking for the 3 billion people that can't even have internet or have access to anything at all. They say that a man can't live on an island all by himself. Well, unfortunately, with victims, that's the way it is. No one is going to be there for the victim. No one, they're scared to death of their abuser. The attacking abuser. Stay the fuck away from Jeffrey Dahmer, when he attacks, when he decides to attack, and he has that opportunity. Or Hitler, all these people were brainwashed with Hitler, and the same with Charles Manson. And there's a Kenneth Bianco, a killer that Glenn told me about. So these 3 people actually had mind control over Hitler. That's an easy given. They were the masses. A crazy nut had mind control over the masses. It's just crazy that evil people reign on this earth. And, there are some good people in the world, and I just saw a multimillionaire. And good for him that he actually helped people out. But I never was around good people to ever had an opportunity. They cut me down. They shot me down. You should always have someone someone who has your back, somebody who can cover you and stuff. I never had that my whole life. The one time I ever had my own room, it was only a $300 room, and that was back in 2013. That, just help with that. Just basic, I need a place to live. To be able to think. Because around Nephilim narcissists, the victim can't think at all. The victim is barely surviving, and they are on autopilot. Now, some people, the 9-to-5 job joke of being broke. Well, that's just awful. Yeah. And then you have much worse. A victim who has to be forced to live with a narcissist who is working against them 24/7. So, you can have, the lousy job, but at least you have a tiny bit of freedom outside that job, for 5 hours, to sometimes, go out to eat on the weekends. Do something positive. Some people's lives, they have nothing to look forward to. Never going out to eat. Never doing anything on their own. and unfortunately my life was that way, you know. I mean, I live in a nice little town where they have a lot of nice little shops. I never even saw one of these shops until I lived with late Susan Chappelle in 2010. Not one time, I mean, that's bizarre. What a crazy sheltered life I had. There's a lot of really nice little shops around. And who is to blame? 1,000% my caretakers. There is nobody else to, the person's circumstances is a person's circumstances. If they have really, really, they know Nephilim narcissists, then they don't even have a chance. I like calling them Nephilim narcissists. Both ends. They're the worst people in the world. They love to see their victims suffer. That's all the people that I was forced to deal with. Loving to see me cry. My late husband, where I came from, and then, I was not noticed, crying. That's how awful all the people I knew are. You don't even notice me crying. That's really bad. Come over and try to be a helping hand. Well, what's wrong? Oh my God, this happened, and that happened, and that happened, and this happened. Just to give a helping hand is what this world should be all about. But there barely is any help for victims. And what did I ever have, My God, nothing. Whole year I was beaten up in 2006. The father of my 2 children took me out for one day. I wanted to die. Majorly wanted to die. I was going through PTSD. Big time. So, you're going through PTSD when you can't stop thinking of what was done to you in your past. So our bodies are miraculous and your mind's miraculous. It's not going to have you remember your torture, your severe, traumatized, unfortunate event, attack that happened to you. So I remembered it in 2006. I was thrown up against the wall all the time, and I was crying the whole time. And late Theodore Carl Sutherland, a mild Nephilim narcissist in my life, it's nice when people die. We talk all about them. I mean, abusers choose their victims, and I was an easy target. Oh, okay. Somebody her caretakers made sure that she has nothing and will never have anything. And, they never cared about me. I never was cared about. Late Theodore Carl Sutherland was not very nice, and I forget what I was talking about, but whatever, I can continue this. But my main topic is, there's 3 billion people on this planet, and it's always been that way ever since 1950 to now. So that's close to 75 years, 73 years. It's an easy given that 3 billion people have no access to anything. Because if they're not living in the third world countries, then they're living with attacking, insane abusers who make sure that they have no resources. I live in America. It's supposed to be the land of the free, but look how badly I was worked against. Like, continually. Like, all the time. My life is awful. I don't have anything to do with it. Like, there's barely anybody nice out there that actually cares about a homeless person, that actually cares. But, then there's the predators, and they're all over. So they specifically go and look for a homeless person so that they can, that's their target, so they can attack them more. One was, he was in the past, he was a pimp killer. So, women didn't bring him enough money. He was their pimp. Disgusting. So he killed him. And I lived in this horrible place. He forced me to pay $200 to him. Right? The little tiny bit of time that I had a Social Security check, I'm paying rent. I'm not even allowed to be there. But he can do whatever the hell he wants. Rich family. Mommy always bailed him out of jail. So he had his back covered. He had someone looking out for him. His mom. Why? What an awful person. Looking out the window all the time. He spots a homeless girl. It's basically what I was. I thought, what are you doing? Why aren't you just totally honest with me? Hey, I'm using you, and I'm totally using you. I totally lied to you. Well, awful people don't tell you who they are, do they? Unfortunately, that's the most of the people in my life. And the attacking, insane abuser only has basically one victim who they attack. And that's all the time. Wherever they work at, or whatever else they do, they look like a completely different person. That person couldn't do that. They're so nice at work. Yeah, they put on a totally different mask, a totally different persona. They're completely two-faced and live double lives. And there's too many people that just live a double life. It's sad. So my main point in this video is there's unfortunately 3 billion victims that can't do a damn thing. Just give a victim a chance, and maybe they can do something. But nobody does. It's a sad world you live in. Really sad.